Drop in and opt out. I'm Derek J. You're listening to Peace News Now, the best daily 5-minute report on the growing peaceful evolution around the globe. Today is Wednesday, January 30th, 2013. Here's what's happening in the world of peace. James Cleveland reports for FreeKeen.com. Robin Hooding is an activity where liberty activists try to save people from having their money stolen by the state by feeding the meters before a parking enforcement officer can write a ticket on an expired meter. Like Robin Hood, the activists are standing up against oppressive government taxes. This form of activism has been performed periodically in the past in the Keene area and has recently begun again. Ideally, a business card is left on each vehicle saved, informing the person that they have been saved. This activism is quite popular among many of the locals, and the feedback received has been overwhelmingly positive. Financially speaking, the economics of Robin Hooding are very sound. The following are the facts from the 2013 proposed budget of the city of Keene. Annually, 25,000 tickets are issued by the city of Keene, which results in over $250,000 of revenue to the city, roughly $10 a ticket. Tickets are $5, but if they're not paid in a grace period, the amount skyrockets. Additionally, if a vehicle already has a ticket, it can receive another ticket if it is not moved within 2 hours. If the tickets are not paid, the violator vehicle is towed and impounded. In theory, each save costs activists 5 cents, or a nickel, and costs the city $10 in lost revenue. Additionally, the city still has to pay for the expenses associated with enforcement, including labor, vehicles, meter maintenance, etc. If your local area has meters that you can pay, Robin Hooding is a very easy to start up form of activism that is effective, affordable, and popular. For more information, please visit robinhood.freekeen.com. William Creeley writes for the Foundation for Individual Rights in Education at thefire.org. Nearly 6 years after he was expelled from Valdosta State University for peacefully protesting the planned construction of parking garages on campus, former VSU student Hayden Barnes will finally be able to press the merits of his case in court. Yesterday, trial began in Barnes's civil rights lawsuit against former VSU president Ronald Zakari, the Board of Regents for the University System of Georgia, and other VSU administrators. The trial will determine whether Zakari's decision to expel Barnes was reasonable, and, if not, whether Barnes is entitled to damages. Are you tired of the US government killing people around the world? Are you tired of having to pay for their murderous rampage? Stop using their money. There is an alternative. Bitcoin is a stateless, free market, non-political currency. Bitcoin is money that cannot be inflated or controlled by any government. Bitcoin takes the power of money from government and returns it properly to the people. By continuing to use the dollar, you are helping the government. Stop doing it. You have an incredible alternative available now. Learn it, use it, spread it. Get started with Bitcoin at weusecoins.com. Ben Liebsdorf writes for the Concord Monitor. A group of New Hampshire activists wants Representative Cynthia Chase censured and impeached by her fellow state representatives. Chase, a keen Democrat, wrote a comment on December 21st on the liberal Blue Hampshire blog that angered many supporters of the Free State Project, which is trying to persuade 20,000 liberty activists to move en masse to New Hampshire. Quote, "In the opinion of this Democrat, Free Staters are the single biggest threat the state is facing today," Chase wrote. "There is, legally, nothing we can do to prevent them from moving here to take over the state, which is their openly stated goal. What we can do is make the environment here so unwelcoming that some will choose not to come, and some may actually leave. One way is to pass measures that will restrict the freedoms that they think they will find here. Another is to shine the bright light of publicity on who they are and why they are coming." A petition to the House was assembled and signed by 120 people, led by Darrell W. Perry, a Free Keene resident and Free State Project participant. It calls for Chase's censure and impeachment over the comment, which the petition describes as showing her intent to enact laws to interfere with protected rights and harm a specific group of people. The petition was received by the clerk's office earlier this month, and a notice was printed in Friday's House calendar ahead of tomorrow's full House session. Chase declined to comment on the petition. That's all the time we have for today. Links to these stories can be found in this episode's show notes. PNN is on YouTube, iTunes, Twitter, and Facebook. If you enjoyed this episode, share the piece with your friends. For PeaceNewsNow.com, I'm Derek J. Peace.